Look, this the Black Holocaust. I knew it was prophecy. 1,000 times worse than the Jewish atrocities. Uneven playing field, there'll never be a fair score. Cause in 1619, that's when they declared war. We the 12 tribes, the ones that the promise reached.
That's what people line up for. Jordan. What's that, brother?
May I please? I'm from Nicaragua, nigga.
Nicaragua? I've seen you before. I think I've seen you before. We don't pray in public. We can pray for you later on. That's not a problem.
No, I'm looking for dimension.
The what?
Dimension. When you want an egg and fly, what about the chicken or the egg?
What? Are you drunk, man? What's going on, man? Are you drunk? Say something.
Never.
¿Qué pasó? ¿Qué te? Está borracho ahorita.
Never.
You're a liar.
We have to know knowledge.
You have to know knowledge. You're right.
Yeah.
Do you know knowledge?
Dimension.
Dimensions? You know what you're saying?
Sir. Yes,
What is that? What does that have to do with anything?
Dimension is love.
Oh, the dimension is love. Okay. How do you love people?
What is love?
Give me that in First John. How do you love people, sir?
You have to reborn again.
You born again? How do you do that? Give me that in Romans.
You really talk to me about I am drinking, drunk, you know.
I'm asking you. I don't know. You said no, right?
We
don't know unless we ask.
No, but you're not judge.
I'm sorry? Yeah, we can judge. Of course we can. We can get that too. What you got? 1 John 3 and 5.
When I talk to you, it's dimension. Creation.
What does it say?
First of all, love and creation.
I think it's 2 and 4.
Three times you
Give me that
make me
1 Corinthians.
3 times you make me question.
2 and 15. What you
I'm
got?
from
15?
Nicaragua.
Yeah, I hate that lady. What's that?
Give me another question. You made me question 3 times.
No, you were talking while I was talking to him. I couldn't hear you. Give me that. All right, 2 and 15. 2 and 15.
1 Corinthians chapter 2, verse 15. But he that is spiritual judgeth all things.
He that is spiritual judgeth all things. So if you were walking around here stumbling drunk out of your wits, we would tell you you're going off. You're not supposed to be doing that, man.
What is
You can drink, but you accompany your own home.
What is the feeling?
I'm sorry? You said, what are spirits? Is that what you just said? Read that, keep reading that.
Yet he himself is judge of no man.
Give me Romans 7 and 14. Then you give me, what you got? You know what I want? 1 John? What is it? What you got? That we know that?
When you talk to me, you have to tell me dimension.
Go back. My bad.
Dimension.
I don't know what you're saying, man.
Dimension equality.
Equality? Well, there's no equality in the Bible.
Equality.
There's no equality in the Bible.
No. You have to be born again.
I believe that. You have to be born again.
Yeah.
But there's no equality in the Bible. What you got? Yeah, go ahead.
Equal life.
Romans chapter 7, verse 14. For we know that the law is spiritual.
So we're keeping the law, and that's what makes it spiritual. And we can judge you because we're keeping the law. Go ahead.
But I am carnal, sold under sin.
We're carnal, so then jump up to 7, actually.
Verse 7. What shall we say then? Is the law sin?
Is the law sin? Read.
God forbid.
Read.
Nay, I had not known sin.
We don't know sin, but what?
But by the law.
Exactly. We know what sin is because we know the law. So if we keep the law is spiritual, we can judge you, man. Because if you're not keeping the law, you're going off. That's the bottom line. You understand that?
We got three rules in the air.
What is that?
Physical mentality is.
Give me that Romans 12.
We got 3 dimension rule.
3 dimensions. You know what I want?
3 dimension rule.
No. I want, what was that for? That we know God. 4 and 2? You gotta be. So like, it's right here. My bad.
Do you know the law is cosmic? Call me low. Call me low. Do you know call me low? Hey, call me low. Call me. Call me. You wait to give me, but I don't appreciate very well. Call me low.
I don't know what you're talking about, man. We're just gonna read the Bible. Go ahead.
You got to know.
First John 2 and 3. And hereby we do know that we know him.
We know him, the Most High. Yeah, how we read?
If we keep his commandments. He that saith, I know him, and keep not his commandments, is a liar.
Yeah, you say you know God, you don't keep his commandments, you're a liar. Go ahead.
And the truth is not in him.
The truth's not in you. And we know the truth, according to Psalms, is the law of God. What you got? What's that say?
Call me low. Call me low. Call me.
Oh.
Do you know call me?
Yeah, that's what I'm on. Go ahead.
Romans chapter 12, verse 2. And be not conformed to this world, but be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind.
Yeah, that's how we're born again. We're transformed by the renewing of our mind. Believing that we're Israelites, and we got to keep the laws of God.
Philosophy.
Believe in Christ. What's that?
Philosophy. Low, convert, and low. Pay, and low.
Give me that in Proverbs 11. Read.
Yeah.
Read that again.
And be not conformed to this world, but be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind.
We're transformed by the renewal of our mind. That's how you be born again. Go ahead.
That ye may prove what is that good and acceptable and perfect will of God.
Yeah, the perfect will of God. Give me Psalms 40 and 8.
That reborn again.
That's what you talked about, right? Are you born again?
What is the material? Low. Pay and low.
Yeah, we can do that though. Give me Ecclesiastes 3. We can hate and love. And you give me give me that first, and then jump to Proverbs. I think it's 5 and 15. Yeah, 11 and 1. 11 and 1. Go ahead.
Proverbs 11 and 1. A false balance is an abomination to the Lord.
Yeah, we can't be falsely balanced, so we can hate and love. You understand that? Go ahead.
But a just weight is delight.
A just weight is his life. Hate what God hates, love what God loves.
Right.
We hate God's enemies. We hate homosexuals.
That's right.
All that stuff, man. It's pretty simple. And we love the Israelites. And we love righteousness. You got one, right? 3 and 5 or 8? Yeah, go ahead.
Ecclesiastes chapter 3, verse 8. A time to love.
A time to love, right? Go ahead.
And a time to hate.
And a time to hate. That's a balance. There's a time to love and a time to hate. We hate the enemies of God, man. What did you say?
Mark 24 is question, temptation, law.
Mark 24? Oh, who's your neighbor?
March 24.
24.
You said Mark or March?
Yeah.
Mark in the Bible?
Yeah.
What does that say?
March 24 what?
Love your neighbor. Give me that.
It's a
Leviticus
prove
19.
temptation. Prove a temptation about the flesh.
We're going to read the Bible, man. You got to clean yourself up a little bit. That's all. Yeah, it's not a problem. Give me that.
Mark 24.
There's no Mark 24. Mark only goes to 12. Or is it 13? Mark goes to 13 or 12? Oh, 16. Go ahead.
Leviticus chapter 19, verse 17. Thou shalt not hate thy brother in thine heart. Thou shalt in any wise rebuke thy neighbor.
Our brother's our neighbor. What our sisters read?
And not suffer sin upon him. Thou shalt not avenge, nor bear any grudge against the children of thy people.
Yeah. So our people are our brothers and our neighbors, not any other nation. That's who Christ is quoting. He's quoting all the laws because he kept the law perfect.
Right.
He's not talking about any other heathens or Gentiles. Man.
We're sinners.
Who's we?
Sinners.
Who's the sinner?
Everybody's sinner.
Not everybody.
Drop the foot.
Everybody's not a sinner.
Drop the foot. Run.
Give me you got 1 John still? 1 John 3 and 8. He needs some Kleenex, by the way. No problem. What you got?
We got some napkin
I
for
think it's Proverbs 5.
No one got some napkin?
Proverbs 5.
I am Nicky Cruz from New York. Nicky Cruz from New York.
15.
Book of Proverbs.
Hold on. Let me read this first.
Nicky
Talking about
Cruz
sinners.
from New York.
How does a guy feel about what's that?
Subway.
Hey man, sit back and relax. Go ahead.
1 John 3 and 8. He that committed sin is of the devil.
So, are you of the devil? You're a sinner, right? Are you a sinner?
Yeah.
Read that again.
He that committed sin is of the devil.
Are you of the devil?
Twice.
Twice? Give me Matthew 23. Give me Matthew 23 and
8. El que practica el pecado es del diablo.
It's a poison.
Uno no tiene que estar pecando.
That's right. But none of your problem, my problem.
Hold on.
Usted es mi hermano, por eso es lo que estamos diciendo, que uno no tiene que estar pecando.
It's hard to be against the game. Yes.
Huh?
Poison. We fall for the poison.
We fall for the poison. That's what you're saying? How's that so, man?
We have to
Do you
be,
believe in God? Do you believe in Jesus Christ?
We have to be sober.
No, we're asking you, do you believe in God? Do you believe in Jesus Christ?
You're reborn again.
You're saying that you have to be reborn again, but you're saying that you're a sinner. You can't be both.
You're blind in your mind. And the spirit too. We're three-dimensional. We have to talk to me. Three-dimensional.
Go ahead.
One-dimensional.
Matthew chapter 23, verse 15. Woe unto you, scribes and Pharisees, hypocrites, for ye compass sea and land, to make one proselyte.
Make one proselyte. These evangelists go see this shining sea, go to street corners and all that stuff like the Jehovah's Witness, and try to preach to people the false doctrine of the Bible that they believe. Go ahead.
And when he is made,
When that proselyte's made, what happened?
ye make him twofold,
You make them twofold what?
or the child of hell,
The child of hell. So he causing them to go off even worse. That's what he's talking about. He's drunk in the streets, man. He's an old man. That's crazy. You read?
more the child of hell than yourselves.
In yourself. The Pharisees turn people into the child of hell. Trying to preach the false gospel, the doctrines of men. Give me that Colossians 2
I
and
wish
8.
to know where is the hell.
What's that?
Where is the hell?
Where's hell? You're living in hell, man.
Right.
You believe that?
Physical mentality or
Absolutely.
three-dimensional. Hell.
No, there's no dimension called hell. Sorry.
Hell.
Give me that in Ecclesiastes.
Three times hell.
What's that? There's no such thing as a dimension called hell where the devil dwells. I'm sorry.
Hell, I know how to
Ecclesiastes
read,
3
Hell,
and 15.
H-E-E-L.
I know. Hell.
Time and dimension.
You know what I want? Yeah, no. He's talking about a mythological hell. There's no such thing. Go ahead.
Colossians chapter 2, verse 8. Beware lest any man spoil you through philosophy and vain deceit.
That's what the Christian church does. That's what the Pharisees were doing when Christ on the scene. Philosophies and vain deceit. Doctrines of devils. Read.
And dimension.
After the tradition of men,
This is the men. Read.
after the rudiments of the world, and not after Christ.
And not after Christ. You're supposed to follow Christ. Keep the law perfectly.
The principle,
Or try to.
The principle is philosophy.
The principles falsified.
Yeah.
How?
Hell is philosophy.
The church is philosophized. They turn into their own thing. That's not in the
I
Bible.
talked about 3,000 dimensions. I told
You
you.
know what I went?
hell.
3:15. No. What did he say? Hold on.
Excuse me. I love you.
Love you too, bro.
You have to reborn again.
We already agreed on that.
You.
Oh yeah, he said something about hell.
You talk to me about drug, whatever. You have to respect the me.
It's like
So you have
18.
no dimension. Never. You, my nigga. I love you. From this around. We have to reborn
16. Go ahead.
again.
So, Ecclesiastes 3:16. And moreover, I saw under the sun the place of judgment.
Under the sun's a place of judgment. You don't get judged and go to hell. You get judged on earth. Go ahead.
That wickedness was there.
I'm sorry? Read that from the top.
And moreover, I saw under the sun the place of judgment.
So under the sun is right here where you stand, right? You're standing right here on earth, correct? That's where judgment takes place. When you see people get gunned down in the streets, hit by a car, thrown in jail for 50 years, get molested, get raped, get ailments, that's a judgment from God to live through.
Right.
They gotta live through that judgment. Getting a leg amputated, all that stuff. Like the brother's talking about, you thought they had an aneurysm. That's a judgment according to God. Go ahead.
That wickedness was there. In the place of righteousness, that iniquity was there.
Exactly. It's supposed to be a place of righteousness, but iniquity is there. Because you know why? The children of Israel are in power. Give me that in Proverbs 29:2. What you got?
Isaiah chapter 5, verse 11 through 14. Woe unto them that rise up early in the morning, that they may follow strong drink,
You follow strong drink. This dude's drunk. Read.
that continue until night,
They continue to what?
until night,
Until night. You're drunk in the night, right? Are you drunk, man? I believe you're drunk. Snotty nose drunk. Read.
till wine inflame them, and the harp and the viol, the tabret and pipe and wine are in their feast.
Wine in their feast. You continue drunkard. Read.
But they regard not the work of the Lord.
They don't regard the work of the Lord, the miracles that they did to bring us out of Egypt, to save us from the Philistines, all that stuff, man. The Maccabees, all that righteousness that they portrayed, we still went into captivity because the nation of Israel as a whole is wicked as hell. Go ahead.
Neither consider the operations of his hands. Therefore my people are going into captivity.
Therefore the nation of Israel is going into captivity. Read.
Because they have no knowledge.
They have what?
They have no knowledge.
They have no knowledge. The Christian church is going to teach you knowledge. One of the people standing on the 16th mission on any corner of any street across the nation as an Israelite preaching his word and the laws of God has the knowledge of God that can teach it. That's why the brother was here for like an hour getting edified earlier. That's right. I never heard it before. Right. This is knowledge I need to hear. This is news to me. And that's what they got to hear and be ready to hear. Read.
And their honorable men are famished.
Their honorable men are famished, but the honorable men are coming back to the prophets of the Lord. Read.
And their multitude dried up with thirst. Therefore, hell have enlarged itself.
Hell have enlarged itself. So what does that mean? How is hell enlarged itself? We're talking about us going into captivity. That's a part of hell. Seeing your people getting gunned down in the street and go to jail is a part of hell. Psychological warfare, that's what it's coming into. Do you believe that, man? You was listening. Good. Read.
Isaiah 14 from the top. 5 and 14 from the top. Slaki. Therefore, hell hath enlarged herself.
Hell have enlarged itself. The conditions we're in. Read.
And opened her mouth without measure.
Without measure. There's no end to the hell that we're going through until we get out of this Babylon the Great. Until it's destroyed with thermonuclear fire. Go ahead.
And their glory, and their multitude, and their pomp, and he that rejoiceth shall descend into it.
He that rejoices will descend into it as a nation of Israel. As a nation of Israel, the Most High said he's only going to leave a remnant to be redeemed out of this place.
Right.
Give me that in Isaiah, I need 59. 59 and 20. Or 52 and 7. 52 and 7. What you got? Yeah, go ahead.
Second, Proverbs 29:2. When the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice.
Exactly. Righteous are in authority, people rejoice. And people are rejoicing on the earth right now because the white man's in authority. The wicked of the earth, the devil the Bible speaks of.
Proverbs 22 and 12.
Proverbs 22 and 12. We can read that in a second. Go ahead.
But when the wicked beareth rule,
When the wicked bear rule, the so-called white race, there's other nations that don't follow God. Read.
the people mourn.
The people mourn. We're mourning right now. We're going through hell as a people.
22 and 12, you know.
What's that say? Get that Proverbs 22 and 12. You know what I want? 52 and 7?
22 and 12. I can't pronounce it on English.
Yeah, 52 and 7. Go to 59.
Isaiah chapter 52, verse 7. How beautiful upon the mountains are the feet of him that bringeth good tidings.
Exactly. Good tidings is the good news to the nation of Israel. Go ahead.
That publisheth peace, that bringeth good tidings of good,
Read.
that publisheth salvation.
You publish salvation. That's what we're preaching to the nation of Israel right now. There's a time to repent. There's a grace period that you need to come back to and follow that narrow road to righteousness. Read.
That saith unto Zion,
Read.
thy God reigneth.
That God reigns. We're going to be redeemed as long as we keep these laws and commandments.
Apocalypse 22:12.
Revelations. Yeah, we can get that.
Apocalypse.
Read that.
Proverbs 22:12. The eyes of the Lord preserve knowledge, and he overthroweth the words of the transgressor.
Exactly. The Most High overthrows the words of the transgressors. The wicked ideology and the wicked laws they pass.
22:12.
Revelation 22:12. Get Revelation 22 and 14 actually.
Apocalypse.
What does that say? Yeah, go ahead.
22:12.
Revelation 22:12. And behold, I come quickly. My reward is with me,
My reward is with it. Talking about the nation of Israel's salvation. Read.
to give every man according to his work.
Exactly. Every man according to his work. Talking about the elect getting saved, the 1/3, and those who the nation of Israel reigning on the earth. Read.
That shall be. I am the Alpha and the Omega, the beginning and the end,
Read.
the first and the last. Blessed are they that do his commandments,
Blessed are they that do the Most High's commandments. Read.
Right.
that they may have the right to the tree of life,
Go ahead.
and may enter through the gates into the city.
Exactly. So we got to keep the laws and commandments to the very end. Because the Most High sent his son to say he has a reward for you. You got to keep the laws of God. And have the faith.
Apocalypse number 1, never obey.
What's that?
Obey, never obey.
What do you mean never obey? Give me that Revelation 1 and 3. What you got?
Apocalypse number 1.
Give me that Sirach 17.
Never obey.
I don't know what you're talking about. Or Sirach 19. Sorry. What you got? Go ahead.
Revelation 1 and 3. Blessed is he that readeth.
Yeah, you got to be reading this Bible to be blessed. If you didn't know that, you wouldn't say the words that come out of your mouth. Talking about you don't have to obey. You have to obey the words of God, man. Go ahead.
That's right.
And they that hear the words of this prophecy and keep those things which are written therein.
You gotta keep the things that are written in this Bible. That's what the book of Revelation is talking about. Go ahead.
Or the time is at hand.
For the times at hand. That come in judgment. Give me Hebrews 5 and 9. What you got? Yeah, 19 and 20 or 21. I need. Start at 18. You know what I want?
This is Sirach, or Ecclesiasticus chapter 19, verse 18. The fear of the Lord is the first step to be accepted of him.
Yeah, you gotta fear the Lord to be accepted by the Most High. Read.
And wisdom obtaineth his love.
Read.
The knowledge of the commandments of the Lord is the doctrine of life.
Exactly. The knowledge of the commandments of the Lord is the doctrine of life. That's why it says, when you keep the commandments, you're gonna enter into the gates and have that tree of life. Read.
And they that do things that please him shall receive the fruit of the tree of immortality.
Exactly. You do things that please God, which is keep the laws, you're gonna do the same thing it said in Revelation. Get that fruit of the tree of immortality. Rule in the earth forever. Go ahead.
The fear of the Lord is all wisdom.
The fear of the Lord is all wisdom. Read.
And in all wisdom is the performance of the law.
And all wisdom is the performance of the law. That's how you get wisdom. That's how you obtain everlasting salvation. Is that it?
And the knowledge of his omnipotency. If a servant say to his master,
That's all I want. Slap. Give me that Hebrews 5 and 9.
Hebrews 5 and 9. And being made perfect,
Christ was been made perfect. Go ahead.
he became the author of eternal salvation.
Yeah, he became the author of eternal salvation. So you get eternal salvation by doing what Christ did. Give me that 1 Peter 2:21. Go ahead.
Unto all them that obey him.
Exactly. To all people that obey Christ. Because he taught people how to do according to what the Most High's will was. It's all flowing throughout the Bible. Every chapter, every verse, some of us are being redeemed and keeping the laws and obtaining that salvation. Go ahead.
1 Peter chapter 2, verse 21. For even hereunto were ye called, because Christ also suffered for us, leaving us an example, that ye should follow his steps.
Exactly. Christ left the Israelites an example to follow his steps. He kept the law perfectly. He told us to keep the law and serve the Father only. That's a cut on the Trinity. And that's our job. That's what we got to preach week in and week out, man.
Right.
Do you have any other questions, man? 'Cause I'm about to close out. Give me Sirach 23, the one on one.
You want to, you really told me 2 times a question. I go for the last one.
What do you mean? You have a question or what?
For the last one.
This the last verse?
Dimension.
We ought to get up out of here. Go ahead.
Dimension one.
Sirach 23 and 27. And they that remain shall know that there is nothing better than the fear of the Lord.
There's nothing better than the fear of the Lord. The fear of the Lord comes with wisdom. The fear of the Lord protects you from judgment and all that stuff.
Right.
Go ahead.
And that there is nothing sweeter than to take heed unto the commandments of the Lord.
There's nothing sweeter to take heed of the commandments, because that commandment keeping is going to get you into the gates and have everlasting immortality. Go ahead.
It is great glory to follow the Lord and to be received of him is long life.
Exactly. That wisdom is how you get love, and that long life is what? The everlasting life in that kingdom of heaven is only ruled by the world calls Christ and the nation of
I
Israel.
wish to know whether the temple,
What's that?
the church, seven doors.
The temple? What are you talking about? I don't know what you're saying, man. But with that, we're going to close out, give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai, and say Shalom.
Shalom.